Good morning and welcome. It is 7:30 in the morning. It is the 24th day of May 2021. I am your grumpy guys, all things gaming, the OGGM, and OG, it is early. So, it's Monday, which means it's time for the gaming news. And yes, I know my voice sounds a little weird. Ooh, inhaler. It's because I still have this weird cough thing that they can't figure out what it is. We know what it's not. Isn't modern science wonderful? Well, we can tell you with a certain certainty that it may or may not be the following, but it's definitely not blah blah blah. Damn aliens! I blame the aliens. Aliens. Maybe I'm patient zero with the zombie apocalypse. I don't know. Let's get on with the gaming news. Okay, first and foremost, in case you missed it, because they did sneak it in and didn't really have a lot of fanfare about it, there is a Drizzt cartoon on YouTube from Dungeons & Dragons, narrated by Benedict Cumberbatch. And I assure you, no matter what your feelings about Wizards of the Coast or Drizzt, this cartoon is freaking awesome. And Benedict Cumberbatch doing his best Vincent Price narrating Drizzt is the shot of joy you didn't know you needed, because wow, the voice, Benedict. Okay, so yeah, I'll post the link down below. Go over to YouTube to the Dungeons and Dragons channel and enjoy the Drizzt cartoon, because it's just wow, it is just great. And it is basically the shape of things to come, maybe, because apparently it's Drizzt month or something, because there's a lot of Drizzt going on in the Dungeons & Dragons world. I think that's because Drizzt's one of the characters you can play in the upcoming Dungeons & Dragons Dark Alliance video game, maybe? I don't know. It's Drizzt. In other news, the Kickstarter for Awfully Cheerful Engine has started. And if you're curious about how the game works, there's a demo available now on YouTube. I've talked about it enough. We should check it out. The plot for the new Dungeons & Dragons live-action feature film has maybe been discovered in the United States Copyright Office. Maybe. So somebody found this somewhere, and this appears to be the Dungeons & Dragons live-action film shooting thingy. But who knows if this is in fact actually true, because we do know movie companies have now taken to posting false things about their upcoming projects to avoid spoilers. So if we can go by what we think is the licensing thing that has been filed, we know Dungeons & Dragons, Paramount. The description is: an ex-harper turned thief escapes from prison with his partner, a female barbarian, and reunites with a no-talent wizard and a druid new to their team in an effort to rob the cheating conmen who stole all their loot from their heist and landed them behind bars, and used it to install himself as a Lord of Neverwinter. Only the traitor is allied with a powerful red wizard who has something far more sinister in store. Directed by Jonathan Goldstein and John Francis Daly, and starring Chris Pine and Michelle Rodriguez. That is an extremely complicated plot line for Dungeons & Dragons movies, considering that half your audience won't know what you're talking about. What the fuck's a red wizard? Where's Neverwinter? So if that, it sounds more like the plot of a book than a movie. If that is the plot, I don't know. Who thought that Guardians of the Galaxy would be as popular as it was? And we don't know what half the things in Guardians of the Galaxies were, unless you're a diehard Marvel fan. So, half your audience isn't going to know what a, Lord of Neverwinter or a Red Wizard is, but it could, work the same way Guardians is, if this is in fact the actual plot and not a red herring. Speaking on speculations, we have some wild speculations, wild ideas based upon the small bits of factual information that the D&D TV show could be based upon Drizzt. YouTube, Dungeons & Dragons has posted a video called All Things Drizzt by author R.A. Salvatore. It's accompanied by the animated short story Sleep Sounds, written by Salvatore and narrated by Benedict Cumberbatch. Between that, it does appear that we have perhaps of Drizzt coming up. In addition, perhaps Wizards of the Coast is now calling this summer the Summer of Drizzt, which kicked off with these two videos. And of course, there's a bunch of Drizzt cards in the upcoming Magic the Gathering Forgotten Realms set. Segue, we have some more art from Magic the Gathering, the Forgotten Realms core set that has been posted this week. We have Loth, the Spider Queen, legendary planeswalker. We have Drizzt Do'Undren, a white-green legend. And we have Bruno Battlehormer, a white-red legendary creature. And for more information from the home of the dragon, the Wizards of the Coast, we have information that Dungeons & Dragons is more popular now than it has been in its 47-year history. 47 years of leading the TTRPG market, 33 years of growth globally, and a 7th consecutive year it has made Hasbro a ton of money. Yes. We also have an announcement that with Ravenloft down, we have Classic Settings 1, 2 to go, confirming the previously announced plans to bring back 3 Classic Settings is still on track. The number one contender for that is probably Dragonlance. September 16th through 19th, there'll be Gen Con. Gen Con has announced that the registration will open June 6th, 12 noon, and that'll be for housing and for the actual on-site Gen Con convention in Indiana, I believe. We will also have Gen Con online, and most excitingly, the pop-up Gen Con that friendly local game stores will be able to get product and swag and host Gen Con-related products. So that's pretty good. Paizo will not have a physical preference at Gen Con because they have their own con coming up, and we'll be doing some stuff online. WizKids has announced a huge update to their line of pre-primed unpainted miniatures based on Critical Role. Yes, another hint of what's going on with the future of Critical Role. They're doing miniatures through WizKids. Now, WizKids does make the official Dungeons & Dragons figures, but they also make a bunch of figures for other licenses. So having their figures made by WizKid could be a further step to sow that the theory that Critical Role is slowly going to be cutting the tether in from Wizards of the Coast. I discussed this earlier this week with my vlog on what the future of Wizard of the Coast is what the future of I need caffeine. What the future of Critical Role is going to be, and whether they will remain the way they are or change. They have announced that the Mighty Nine current Critical Role storyline is coming to an end. Maybe. And then after that, we don't know. And that's the big if, the big question mark with what is the future of Critical Role once Mighty Nine comes to an end. We've discussed that in a previous vlog, and we will most likely discuss it again. And finally, we have this week's Humble Bumble. Humble and Paizo's partner for a huge bundle of Pathfinder 2nd Edition free digital books worth over $400. And this is going to, again, to support the Stop the AAPI Hate charity. So $400 worth of Pathfinder 2nd Edition product PDF up on Humble Bumble this week if you want to support that charity. $5 gets you the Pathfinder 2nd Edition core rulebook, character sheet pack, and an adventure, and 2 entries from the Extinction Curse AP, and some books. So yeah, there you go. Again, a very short week for news, but we can forget all the news and just enjoy the Drizzt cartoon, which I have posted a link for down below. Again, looking at the summary for the upcoming Dungeons & Dragons movie, that sounds really complicated. I don't know if the audience is going to recognize any of those names. But again, did the audience recognize any of the names in Guardians of the Galaxy? And it still did really well. But then, of course, it had Rocket and Groot. So, I don't know. That's it for this week's news. If you appreciate this content, comment down below. If you don't appreciate this content, let me know. If you haven't subscribed yet, please help me reach 500 subs by August 4th. And subscribe. Till next time, I am your grumpy guide to all things gaming. I'll talk to you later. Stay warm, stay dry, stay hydrated, and stay off my lawn.